I've been dating my on-again, off-again graphic designer semi-boyfriend for about a year, and I mostly on-again, off-again semi can't stand him. Although I hate his laugh, I never feel inclined to cheer him up when he's had a bad day, and I wonder how often he washes his clothes. Side note, he once had the audacity to describe his style as Mad Men. I have to admit, I like spending time with him. He's easy. We see each other one night a week, except if it's raining. His rules. And he understands my sense of humor, and he's the only guy I've ever dated who's proud of my comedy and doesn't feel threatened by it. He doesn't get insecure when I talk about other guys on stage, and sure, maybe it's because he's still in love with his ex. And I'm not officially his girlfriend, but whatever. He comes to all of my shows, and he always buys a full price ticket because I never offer to comp him. One night, I'm having regular but good sex with my on-again, off-again graphic designer semi-boyfriend when his roommate, who is supposed to be out of town, comes home late and slams the door to the apartment. The sound startles me so badly that I leap off him. It's pitch black in the room, and somehow my face bumps into his foot, and my lip starts bleeding, and it takes a minute for us both to orient ourselves. He has this panicked look on his face, and I'm like, dude, it's just a little blood. Now maybe you'll do your own damn laundry. But he just stares at me, and he whispers, "The condom slipped off." And we search around his bed and we can't find it. We turn on all the lights and we search the room again, and then we lock eyes, and in some kind of Home Alone moment, we both look towards my vagina. Our vagina, we share it. We slap our cheeks and we scream, "Inside!" It was a Trojan, the leading brand of condoms. I think technically Trojan condoms get their name from the impenetrable walls of Troy, but that's probably just what they want you to believe, because I actually think that Trojan condom I think it's named after the Trojan horse, okay? The Trojan horse, a wooden structure that bad men hid inside of to sneak into an area that was off limits, to destroy everything, and after all of that, never even text. If a Trojan virus gets into your computer, it gains control and steals your identity and shuts you down. So yeah, same concept for the condom and the penis that's inside of the condom. The name Trojan was definitely thought up by a man. And I know typically men are the ones buying condoms, but you're trying to please a woman. So shouldn't you get something a woman would want? On Valentine's Day, you buy flowers, not monster truck tickets. You feel me? The word Trojan is manly. They might as well have called it CrossFit condom, like Jaeger bomb condom, Metallica condom. If a woman named a condom, it would be something practical yet fun, like Backstage Pass. Because we're allowing you entry. And the commercial jingle would be sung by Celine Dion. And side note, if you buy condoms from a drugstore, they are in an aisle labeled family planning, which is ironic because I'm using condoms to actively not plan a family. I'm using condoms so I can have late night sex, sleep in the next morning, and break the few plans I already had. In addition to regular condoms, the family planning aisle also includes flavored condoms, lubes, cock rings, and spermicidal gels. What the family planning aisle does not include are pregnancy tests, tampons, birth control pills, or any kind of literature as to who would be a compatible co-parent according to the Enneagram. Tampons are under a sign labeled feminine needs. A tampon is not a feminine need. Want to know what is? A perfect linen button-down is a feminine need. Getting 8 hours of sleep is a feminine need. Advil, mints, Spanx, giving constructive criticism in a compliment sandwich is a feminine need. Natural wine, smoothies with oat milk, chai lattes with oat milk, oatmeal, gel manicures, tarot cards, showers with eucalyptus are feminine needs. Sentimental birthday cards, staying up past midnight when a new Taylor Swift album is released is a feminine need. Booking a hotel with a beach facing terrace, those are feminine needs. A tampon is a vaginal need. A tampon is a societal need. And also, government should pay for tampons, and I don't have a joke here, but they just should. I'd go on a longer feminist rant here, but I'm exhausted from all the emotional labor I've done today, and my feminine need right now is for someone to buy me a drink. Back to my story. So my on-again, off-again graphic designer sent my boyfriend. He gets down there and he looks inside me, but he can't really see that well. And a note about my vagina. If you're a man who slept with me, you'd say, I have a tight pussy. If you're a doctor who takes Medicaid, you'd say, I have an unusually shallow vaginal canal. My vagina is so small, it literally suffocates a penis. Have you ever heard a penis cough? Because I have. Yeah, I have. And as you know, guys love it. Men are in awe of it. It's been called the incredible edible puss. Men line up around the block to eat it like Chipotle at lunch. My point is, the missing condom isn't just floating around up there in some kind of gravity free fall deprivation chamber. It's stuck. So my on-again, off-again graphic designer semi-boyfriend does the only practical thing while I have a condom stuck in my skeleton. He opens me up with his elbow. He turns on his phone's flashlight, and he points the light up inside of me to see what the situation is. And that's very sweet of him to do, considering his phone battery is so low because he's been texting his ex all night when he thought I wasn't looking. But he left latex lying around, and if he doesn't pick it up and throw it away, well, that's called litter. And even though this guy mostly sucks, he would never pollute. So my on-again, off-again graphic designer semi-boyfriend is really getting in there, and I'm like, okay, are we like on again? And when he couldn't find it, he got down on his back and he slid underneath me like he was one of those on one of those mechanic roller things. Do you guys know what that roller thing is called? It's called a creeper seat because men. It's called a creeper seat. You think you know where your cervix is, but it's like the state of Georgia, deeper south and much more red than you imagined it would be. We try and try, but we cannot get the condom out. And I'm like, okay, I'm pregnant. I'm on the pill, but who can remember to take it during the day? I'm so busy, you know? My days are so busy. They consist of waking up late, writing down my feelings, running to a non-union commercial audition, then making macaroni and cheese, and then watching 3 to 5 hours of anything on Bravo. I'm sure I've messed it up a few times this month. And even though the odds are that I can't be pregnant because I'm years old, and my eggs are so scrambled that if I did get pregnant, I would probably just give birth to an actual omelet. Now I'm not so sure. could I possibly be carrying an on-again, off-again graphic designer semi-child? At first I'm like, okay, fine, because I already eat like I'm eating for two. But on a serious note, if I am pregnant, this might be my last chance. The window is rapidly closing. I don't know, do I want a baby? Do I want this guy's baby? Then in the middle of all of this, he asks if he can turn on the game. No, I do not want this guy's baby. And you might think calling this a pregnancy scare is a little too much. Yes, all that happened was the condom came off. But why do all the cool girls get to have pregnancy scares? I've never had one, and I want one too. Plus, I'm running low on content. So, him and I agree I should take Plan B because we go 50-50 on decisions about my body. In this case, Plan B should have been called Plan C because Plan B was my on-again, off-again graphic designer semi-boyfriend. Plan A would have been anybody else. But they were all busy tonight. I'm looking at all the guys with the cool glasses and see if they think that's funny. And none of them are laughing. Do you describe your style as Mad Men? Don't answer, back to my story. So when you think you're with child, you can't help but think of the future. Like, for example, how quickly can I get rid of this thing? I find out my insurance will cover Plan B, but I have to have a phone consultation with a nurse in order to get it for free. And I tell her when my last period was, and that I'm on the pill, and I usually take it every day, but who knows, I definitely could have skipped one recently, and that he probably didn't come inside me before his roommate slammed the door and scared the dick out of me. But I have a commercial callback for a very popular cell phone service provider next week, and I can't show because the industry has impossible beauty standards, and everyone knows only skinny and non-pregnant people use cell phones. I can actually hear her roll her eyes when she says, "Ma'am, you're not pregnant." And I'm like, "Ma'am, let me have my pregnancy scare." Then there's like this long pause. And I say, "Okay, thank you so much, bye!" And I hang up. And I don't get pregnant. Instead, I get my period. And as I take my tampon out, it brings that condom right along with it. I'd like to think they were like walking around holding hands up there. No. But like maybe like members of the same team, making each other feel less alone in a dark and scary world. I pitched it to Pixar, and they denied this short story, and I never heard back from them. And when my on-again, off-again graphic designer semi-boyfriend Venmos me $30 for half of the Plan B I never bought, I use it to buy a pocket vibrator, which I found in the family planning aisle. Thank you guys so much.